So is that being online and seeing and hearing and seeing So Close to Toast in that lobby, being like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's something cool, and
Yeah.
trying to mimic that
Uh-huh.
brings you fast forward into a middle school part where it's like we need a beatboxer. You kind of just like put your
Yeah.
hand up and jump in there right away, and you're already
Yeah.
performing in middle school. All right, all right. See, ladies and gentlemen, truth behind all this Beyond the Beat stuff is when I do my research, I try to go through every aspect of social media, people that have had interviews and all these different things. But this gentleman has had a relatively private life, I'll go and say, which I really do appreciate, and trying to keep himself, off and not posting every single thing that he does. It made my job harder, but makes this more interesting for me because I'm learning just like you guys right off the bat here.
Yeah.
So again, moving forward from there, do you continue on with this from middle school and you see this in 2015 World Champs and get exposed to that next echelon of beatboxing and be like, wait a second, there's a whole, it's not just a backbeat, it's not just this, it could be a whole LM or napalm style.
Yeah. So when I graduated middle school, I kind of just laid off beatboxing. Come 10th grade, I think it was on my summer vacation. I was in Delaware with my family and I was just browsing YouTube, and the algorithm got me Allen versus Napalm for some reason. I really don't know where it was out of left field for me, and I was like, click. Now come high school, like 9th and 10th grade, and 10th grade is when I found out about this. I'm like studying music just a little bit. I'm getting more into it now. I'm taking my piano lessons. I'm like really getting somewhere with it. I'm like creating my own stuff. I'm trying to get into songwriting. Which is actually another great topic because my high school growing up, it had this club that I don't think a lot of.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the White Plains High School. Go Tigers, by the way. You had the White Plains High School, the Songwriters Club that you started performing with, and so by grade 10 is 2016 approximately, I'd say, and after less than a year of beatboxing, you're already performing in their Songwriters Club showcases that they have, and also eventually goes into their the talent show that's there. And it was interesting for me to see because even in your first performances, you had a solo, but you right away went to Loop Station. Right away, like immediately, almost went to Loop Station, and like you had City Day was the first one that I saw.
Oh, true.
City Day was like the first.
That was actually heavily inspired by Slizzer. Hold on one second.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're just having a conversation right here, live and direct with Bizkit, getting into high school days and talking about the Songwriters Club that he was into. So bringing it back, City Day, you perform. Can you go and explain to me that high school specifically? It seems like a really cool high school.
Yeah.
Just based on the way that I saw, the teachers, the introduction they gave you, and how much they actually seemed like they actually cared and pushed you. So for people that have gone to schools and maybe not had the best experience, can you give a little bit of insight into your high school, the dynamic in your high school, and how it was for you to go and have this opportunity to go and play piano, be learning music, and then start this beatbox thing and having a place to go and showcase it and actually develop it with peers?
Yeah, man. So I was brought in like almost immediately into my high school band, which is like, it's like, oh, high school band. It's like a lot of stigmas that go with high school band, but like there's a legitimate community of people that genuinely just love performing music and doing music and like making it together. But the Songwriters Club and the Songwriters Club and usually these band and orchestra places, it's basically the same community because it's just a bunch of people that like to do the music, but instead of playing music that is predetermined by teachers, you get to do covers and you get to do original songs at these songwriters showcases. But yeah, it's really crazy because like, I don't know, I never fit anything or just like be part. Everyone was like, why aren't you hanging out with like these people or these people? I was like, 'cause I'm doing me right now. I'm hanging with the people who are going to do themselves, and we're just going to do us together. And it's just like that's the ideal experience, and not everybody gets that, and it's really unfortunate. But I don't know, if you're in high school right now, or like middle school or whatever. I know we got a lot of young people in the beatbox community, but just try and find your people. You know, don't look to the like. There's this hierarchy or like whatever in high school where it's like all the cool kids, the popular kids, the good looking ones. Like that doesn't mean anything. You know, you just gotta find people with similar interests as you. That'll be your circle, and that can carry you for like lifetimes even. I know a lot of friends from that high school that I just made music with, and I see myself like maintaining those relationships for a really long time. Like I'm not gonna forget like where I started, obviously, because I'm here on the Swiss Beatbox podcast after like I don't know, I never thought this would happen. I never thought I'd be able to give credit to like where it's due, but like this is without these people in my life and without the Songwriters Club in my high school. And shout out to Dennis Polanco, by the way. He's the one who organized the club. He's been doing it for like 20 plus years now. So he has kept the music and like the artistry in my high school alive for a very long time now. And it's just really, yeah, I owe a lot of my success and my growth to him because like he inspired me to do stuff. And when I wasn't necessarily comfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seemed like I said it before a little bit, but that idea of that introduction and the warmth that I heard from, there's a gentleman, it might be the same person, I didn't find this out, but the gentleman that introduced you the one time, he seemed so proud to go and introduce you.
Yeah, that's he's awesome.
Yeah, that seems like I love hearing stories about great teachers, and I've had some great teachers over the years. I've also had some not so great teachers, but these things happen, right? But it's amazing to have teachers that take that extra initiative and take that extra bit of, wanting to go and get children and people to go and pursue ideas and passions and help them actually give a place to go and explore these things in high school and middle school as well. I'm going to start like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Beats, we got Bizkit, episode 33, right here live and direct on YouTube, on Swiss Beatbox. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. Let's get busy in 3.
It's new for me.
Freestyle.
Yo, when you come on Beyond the Beats, you come correct like that, ladies and gentlemen. Bizkit showing you the business just there. What else you got? Doc?
Okay. I'm gonna do a loop. It's an old loop, but with a twist. So
let's go.
Hope you enjoy. I'm gonna be moving around a little bit. Okay. So let's do this. It's a little more chill vibe. So.
Let's go.
That's fun.
Yeah, people are losing their minds in this comment section right now.
It's nice, man.
Let's go.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. If it wasn't for you, man, just reaching out to me, I wouldn't have this awesome platform